Joining me now, Monica Crowley, former U.S. Department of Treasury Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs. Zero coverage, virtually. Monica, what has to happen that these networks cannot ignore this story and the ongoing developments? Because this is, Trump was spied on. This is spying.
Yes. And if these allegations prove out, Dagan, these are the highest of high crimes and therefore have to be prosecuted as such. So to your question, perhaps it's going to require indictments of very high-level people throughout the Clinton campaign, maybe even into the Obama-Biden administration, before the press picks it up. And the reason that they're not covering it is twofold. Number one, they do want to protect their fellow Democrats for ideological and political reasons. But number two, Dagan, they have been complicit in this story from the very beginning. And maybe they weren't totally aware at the beginning of what they were actually dealing with, but I am convinced that from very early on, they took on the plot and they carried it through this very day. And that's why there is deafening silence from all of the major media outlets.
Orange man bad. They didn't like Donald Trump. They wanted Hillary Clinton to get elected. And then when she didn't, they pushed it even further. Maybe I'm overstepping by suggesting that, but clearly they had a dog in the hunt, and it wasn't Donald Trump. And they won Pulitzer. Again, the New York Times and the Washington Post won Pulitzers for their coverage of this. And it was a fable, a Russia collusion fable. And covering John Durham means they're admitting that journalism was shoddy, and they should hand those prizes back.
Yes, they should turn in those awards and give them back today. But that would require some integrity on their part, Dagan, and we have not seen that. You know, it's not just a political or ideological angle. They all in the press, they bought into this idea that Donald Trump was and remains an existential threat to the system, to the establishment, to the deep state, to the permanent bureaucracy. And so the members of the press have took it upon themselves to basically act as the Knights Templar for the deep state and the established Democrat and left in this country. That's not their job, but that's what they have taken upon themselves. And this story is the quintessential part of making sure that the whole corrupt status quo does not get blown to bits, as Donald Trump started to do in his first term. And if he chooses to run again, he will do it. That's why they continue to try to destroy him.
Monica Crowley, thank you so much. We'll see you again very soon.